Now let's take a look back at positive versus negative role models. In in the Huxtable years, this is actually called the Huxtable effect in sociology. SAT scores for African American males and females went up. In 1990, 75% of Black males graduated from high school. The Cosby Show mentioned that the kids were applying to Morehouse College. It's a Black university. Well, in reality, the enrollments at Morehouse colleges went up 37% because of the Huxtable effect. Now, what's the Lil Wayne effect? SAT scores for Black males went down. In 2010, only 47% of Black males in the United States graduated from high school. That's down from 75%. Black males say, I like that record. I want this song. I don't want that song. That's a white guy who's making that decision. I like the song with the obscenity. I don't like the song with the politics. So we're going to have this one on the CD and not that one. You understand? Or you want to continue to work for us? So that's the story of hip hop, according to Patricia Rose. It is the corporate sale of racism. So, for example, Edgar Bronfman, who is the CEO under whom Liar Cohen works, who deals with Jay-Z, Edgar Bronfman is worth between $2.5 billion to $4 billion, depending on the year. So these are white people who control this industry, and we don't know much about any of them.
So welcome to Nothing's Off the Table, the show where politics, culture, and current events collide, and we say what everyone else is thinking. I'm Noel, and this is my partner.
Yo, I'm Roy 9G. Give me a like, give me a follow. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. So I can't agree with him more. This is a conversation that we have had over and over and over again. From like I remember growing up during that time where we were watching the Cosby Show, In Living Color. When after the Cosby Show went off, we watched what was the spinoff off the Cosby Show with his daughter going to college.
A Different World, right?
A Different World. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody wanted to go to school. Everybody wanted to school. And we grew up listening to hip hop. And I'm talking about real hip hop. Real hip hop had messages around the stories of what was going on in the community, messages around, it's not that people, they talked about the struggle, they may have talked about drugs and that kind of stuff, but the way they talked about it was framed much differently. It wasn't promoted as in, calling women all out their names, and it wasn't that. It was definitely, it was storytelling at its finest. That's what it was. It was empowering to the Black community. And the folks that he mentioned, the Lear Cones and those folks, they did exactly what they did. They created and made money off of the prison industrial complex and the school to prison pipeline and the deterioration of inner city youth.
Yeah, I agree, and I think another level of the context is that just not Black people are influenced by the media. All people are influenced by the media, right?
Yes.
And this is what the top of the power players understand. And this is how the masses are manipulated, because they kick certain images to certain people to reinforce certain social norms or what have you, or whatever they want to kind of happen in society, and they push things to others. And Bill Cosby has some ills for sure.
Absolutely.
He definitely had a major positive impact on the Black community, and was really focused about doing it, right? And that's one thing that I feel like our community doesn't do well. But a part of it is that we always kind of hustling to survive, but they plan far ahead in time than we do, right? So
look, they had a luxury of being able to
yeah. So
play
these people put
20
plans in
years.
place.
Yeah, hell,
That's not a number they want to see. 75% of
hell no,
black kids graduate. They don't want to see that because they don't want a true meritocracy.
No,
right?
they don't. They don't want to see black people being liberated. They don't want that. They see equality as a problem. We're not even talking about
advantages. Yeah, we just want
we're saying
the same opportunity.
They don't want an equal level playing field. That's why we have the issues that we have right now. And that's
I don't think that ever changes in America. I feel like as black people who gonna live here, we almost have to accept it. It's the reason that people are trying to get to this country, right? With all the ills that this country has, it has opportunity here that doesn't exist in a lot of places in the world, right?
What's that opportunity? Capitalism?
Yes.
That's really the only opportunity.
That don't exist everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to try it. A lot in some countries, it's impossible for you to go from zero to or very low income to upper middle class. That's an impossible thing.
Yeah, what's interesting in like someone can come over here from another country, let's say India or any of those countries. They come over here and they will come over here with money that they would have received from, members within their community. And they can go and start a business in a black community. Hell, they can go to a bank and get a loan to start and open up a business in a black community. However, somebody black, we can take out they'll give us a student loan. They'll give us a loan for a car. They'll give you a loan for a house if your credit right. Mm-hmm. But they're not trying to give your black ass a loan to start a business because they don't want you liberated. But the folks that came over here from those other countries, they don't mind them starting their business.
Let me add a caveat too, though. That's true. But a lot of that some of that, I believe, is classism, because most of the people who come over here, who start businesses over here, they come from some level of finding money anyway. Like these Indians, they not the super. India got a whole bunch of people, and they are a bunch of them poor as hell, right?
But they put all their money together. They'll send the person that
they'll come live now.
Family over there,
they'll come live in a nice.
Yep, and they'll live together.
We won't do that.
Now that's the part of the sacrifice part that sometimes we ain't willing to do.
We won't live a deep if we don't have. To us, we feel like if we cannot live that way, we're not gonna do that. But they'll do it just willingly, just to stack the cash. Absolutely,
because they know the means will justify the ends.
But I mean, unfortunately, we're uniquely American as like black people here. So it's like I don't know if it's either way right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like because you gotta live your life to where you enjoy it. If you cool with it. If you rather live in a 1-bedroom apartment and not have as much, but you have privacy, right? I don't know. But back to the I think all that media affects everybody. And what bothers me is that so many of us don't even believe it's calculated. That's what's crazy to me, is that we just think all this stuff is just arbitrary. That
correct. I agree. Let me tell you, I had a roommate at one point, and we were having a conversation, a group of friends, and actually my roommate was dating someone, and and her friend was like, we were talking about the Spice Girls, and I was like, yeah, she's from England. You're talking about the black chick in
Yeah,
the Spice.
Mel B.
Exactly. I was like, I said, it's black people in England. She got pissed. There aren't any black people in England.
What?
Right. I was like, you do know that there are black Europeans. I said, it's black people in probably almost every country.
Yeah, it's black people in Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. It's black Irish people. She was like, no, it's not, Noelle. No, it's not. So another friend of ours, it come through, and they were like, she had asked our other friend who had traveled and was older than us, and my other friend was like, there are black people in England. She was so pissed at me, and I wasn't even saying it to be funny. I was like, no, seriously, there are black people in England. She just couldn't fathom the fact that, but that comes back to like socialization and the influence of what you see
and what you're taught,
yes, and what you're taught or not taught.
Yeah, they they had us believing George Washington chopped down a cherry tree.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, they have them believing that, Christopher Columbus was this just wonderful. I'm like, no, he was a human trafficker. He raped kids. He was a monster, and he did not discover America.
Man, I got one for you too. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind. What's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know who her father is?
No, who's her father?
Her father, her father used to produce the textbooks for basically all,
Don't say the Scholastic dude.
Yeah, he owned McGraw Hill, those textbooks.
No, her father owned McGraw Hill.
Yes. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Yeah. Wow. Shit.
Look, for those of you who don't know, McGraw Hill was one of the largest producers of books for our school system in the United States.
Turns out that the owner of McGraw Hill is Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. From elementary through high school, Maxwell's goal with McGraw Hill was to dominate the entire U.S. education market. British government believed that Robert was part of Mossad and had him classified as a double, if not triple agent.
He was worth $2.8 billion.
And that's all the textbooks in America.
1988, that's crazy.
And I remember McGraw Hill. This
Facts.
is a hoax,
So
man.
That's crazy. So she came for money.
Yes. And just think about the person she is. That's what, they've been socializing us forever. So we don't think they're gonna stop with social media and music and TVs, and they've been putting these books by these crazy people in your kids' hands. I remember the McGraw Hill books.
Yeah, me too. That's disgusting. Disgusting.
Man, like my man said, Godfrey said it runs deep.
It does. It does. It does. Look, there probably is some word that rhymes with profile or that's similar to profile. It has file in it, begins with a P. It's a reason that she was okay with that type of
behavior. She was groomed too.
She was absolutely
groomed. She didn't make these decisions to be this type of person one day.
Absolutely.
Abstractly,
I'm sure she's probably victimized.
Absolutely. She's probably groomed as a young girl.
Absolutely. That's why she thought that was okay and acceptable. And so this is a great time to just throw this out there. There's always a great time to release all of the Epstein files. We're still waiting. We're not distracted.
I do hope we start to wake up as a community, because I think, like, so look, one of the biggest concerns of these groups of people, as weird as they are these birth rates, right? You know about this, the birth rates that you were outright. So like it runs deep. If they're willing to manufacture and change all the media to keep us, at odds, black men fighting black men. They don't want black families to be together either. They don't want that either, right? Because they're really trying to get us up out of here without being able to. They just can't kick us out. You know what I'm saying?
No, they can't. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is the secret. If you want to get black people out of America, you go ahead and you give those reparations. Give us the reparations. Give the way they funded Israel all of these years.
Or Ukraine. I was glad to get Ukraine the money. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like,
Ukraine, all of them. Yeah. Matter of fact, they just passed something yesterday or the day before that they're giving more money to Israel, which is terrible. But if you want to get rid of black people, give them reparations.
I'm gonna tell you though, most of us won't leave even with that.
You don't think so? No. The fact that the option is there will be some to leave, because
most people are super. I don't know. I don't want to say simple, but like, I think they wouldn't. Some people get comfortable in their positions. You know what I mean?
I think we should throw a poll out there. Let's throw a poll out. Let's ask. This is a black people poll. This isn't a poll for everybody. This is a black people poll. If you are African American and the United States of America were to give you, let's say, $3 million, if every black person in America got $3 million, and that's not even a whole lot of money.
No, they could do that. Bezos do that right now.
Exactly. If they were to give
have a ton of money left, and $3 million really isn't anything when you think about the money that's been made on the backs of black people. Sure. We really should. I'm gonna say $10 million. No, let's keep it at 3. That's cool. That's
3 million. Okay, I would rather.
That's 3.
But okay, $3 million check. If the United States of America gave you a $3 million check, and they said you had to leave the United States, would you take that check?
I think 70% of the people wouldn't leave.
What? Man.
And people love their Cowboys. They love their hot links. They love some people love their hood, no matter how bad it is.
Oh my goodness.
Certain comfort level, right? Change is hard.
Okay.
We got to move to a whole nother country.
Yes. Yeah, you go to another country. Take this money and.
I don't think most people would take it.
Hey, in the words of the great Kenny Rogers, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them,
right? You
know when to walk away, know when to run.
Facts. And I bet you if anybody's a little bit comfortable, most of them, they definitely not leaving. I think the people who will leave more will be the people who really, don't have hardly anything.
Yeah, and that might be great for them. That might be absolutely great.
But I think the middle class black, they wouldn't go nowhere.
You don't think middle class black people would take the check and go?
Nope. Very, very small percentage, man.
Man, look. Okay, maybe. What about $10 million?
Where they gonna get their soul food from?
Man, they can go and live.
Where they gonna get their slutty vegan? where they gonna get their Jordans? You can't get Jordans in every country, right?
No, but guess what? You could travel to the country that they make the Jordan TV.
You talking about people who had nothing in life and they got some, they get some money. What you think they finna do? It'll be a Chappelle skit for real.
Look here. I know people that have money already and that are leaving the United States. Yeah. I know people that don't have money that are leaving the United States.
I know a couple, but that's not the majority of people I know.
No.
I just said on this here internet, and people upset with me. I was like, man, this is getting dangerous. Y'all, I don't know what y'all watching. You know what
right. I don't know.
Your kids stop committing crimes because they finna do the worst. You know what I mean? Man. They're doing the worst out here. I thought I lived through some stuff before, right? But this time right now, it's kind of a woozy.
Oh, it is. And unfortunately, and I hate to even think about this, but because he knows and that administration knows that they lose power, a lot of them are going to jail. They're going to continue to do whatever they can do.
They're going to get desperate
to prevent that from happening.
It's gonna be they know. Desperate.
They are because they've broken so many laws. Like the other day, did you see where the FBI went into the house of a Washington Post reporter and took her laptop, her phone, took all of her stuff because she's involved in writing an article or investigative reporting on things that were going on in that administration. Like, that's against the law. But they did it anyway.
Hey man, these laws is arbitrary right now.
The laws are like, they're a suggestion.
So if I was y'all, I'd stay out the streets, try to focus on making some extra money, maybe get a side hustle. Survival tip of the day. Let's go.
Okay, our survival tip of the day. You ask one question. Am I being detained? So this question helps define your legal position. It clarifies whether you're free to leave. It limits unnecessary conversation. It protects you from self-incrimination, and it shifts the power dynamic calmly and legally. So this is how you want to use it. You just want to ask clearly and respectfully and calmly, am I being detained or am I free to go? If yes, stop answering questions. Just shut up. And you ask for your lawyer. If no, calmly leave. Say nothing else unless legally required. Your name and ID if applicable. So the bottom line, clarity is protection.
Yeah, you're damn right. Don't forget, man, you got the right to remain silent. That's usually your best bet. That is your best bet. Let them talk to your lawyer.
Facts. The goal is to get home safely.
All right, yeah. Go sign up to Culpability out. This is Roy. This is Noel. Nothing off the table. We out.
Welcome to Culpability, where taking charge of your personal safety is now in your hands. If you ever feel threatened, then use our SOS feature to instantly activate video and audio recording, ensuring your safety. Your emergency contacts are then immediately alerted with real-time links that include your exact GPS location. They can then see and hear everything in real time and offer immediate assistance in emergencies. More than that, you can also look for resources, post your daily experiences, and create safe private circles for your friends and teams to join on Culpability's socially responsible platform. It's everyone's responsibility to be responsible, so don't wait anymore and download Culpability now.